Question on corruption, please. Don't ignore us, please. Question on corruption, please.
Go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, I am.
Is that sure?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And I think that's why you try to ignore me.
No.
Yes. So the question, Deputy Governor, is that you talked about electricity, and we documented how the former governor stole money that was meant for providing electricity in last review. So the 250 megawatts we're talking about, did it come from that one in which he diverted all the funds for his failed presidential run, or was this one your own? And secondly, regarding your regime, at the beginning of regime, one governor's aide by the name Nelson Wike was found to have started with 3 billion naira in the personal account. It's a laughing matter. And he was actually arrested, and eventually the judiciary was bribed to let him go, which we documented. But he's still working with the governor. How do you justify retaining such an individual in your government who is known to be corrupt, and this idea of personal responsibility for taking care of funds? And regarding the larvicide, let me tell you, somebody who drank a cup of larvicide is not an objective scientific proof. Larvicide will kill people, because the truth is that what he drank may have been ordinary water. You need someone outside of the professor who brought you the larvicide to determine whether it is destructive or has serious side effects on the people of River State. What we know about larvicide is that they kill mosquitoes just for a short while. Their side effect lasts a long time. I would love to ask you more questions, but maybe we can do that outside of.
All right, thank you so much. If you listen to me, hold on. What would you say, Your Excellency?
And I'm willing to take on all of your delegation outside of here.
When we finish here, if His Excellency has time, I'm sure that he would love to sit down with you.
Absolutely.
But I know your work, and you present our.
But I'd still like to say something.
Yes,
if you listen to me, I clearly told you that yes, the professor took a cup of it and drank, but that in spite of that, we still went ahead to take some samples to be tested in our laboratory. We did not end there. We also took some samples, sent it overseas for testing. If you listen to me, so I'm not saying it's a scientific managing, and I should know that. Okay? All right. Now, the second issue you raised is about a gentleman called Wike who stole 3 billion, you said? 3 billion naira. Let me start by telling you that that is a very wild allegation. Now, let me explain what happens in case, I don't know whether I should just go ahead. But let me explain what happens in case, for the first time, perhaps let people hear the full story. Now, what happened is, the allegation that he changed government account number, removed government name, and inserted his name. Now, even a very dull person that has no brain did not do that. You know why? Because even without being a government official, with 500 naira in hand, you can open your account, you want to. So why would a lawyer, he is a lawyer, man talking about, why would a lawyer wanting to steal government money, the only thing he will do is to remove government's name, then insert name? Does it not tell you that something is wrong? Okay. Now, the issue of him stealing 3 billion naira is completely not founded in any way. Of course, we went to court, whatever you like call it, that they bribed them. But the legal system today is not what it used to be. If you are what it used to be, perhaps people like Amechi would not have been governor, because if you are aware, the battle he fought for 9 solid months, and if it were possible to write legal system to stop him from being governor, you know certainly that he wouldn't have been a governor. Legal system for itself. But bottom line of what I want to tell you is that there is a clique in our country. Now, this look out for the rich states. And then what they do is they come in with EFCC and shake you a little, and then you please just go and see these people so that this issue will. And when we came up, the present governor, Amechi, told them they should take Wike to court. If the court finds him guilty, he will not work with him one day more, and he will stand to be prosecuted. Incidentally, some of the states who had a similar situation with us actually to them paid them up, and they actually removed. But Rivers State refused, so that you will know that we also know that. I don't know if Sahara Reporter is also part of it. Hear me. Because let me tell you what happened. I was there on a particular day. On that particular day, somebody called the secretary from his office that there is a letter, PA, personal assistant, called him from his office, that there is a letter on the, and that letter said that he should direct the Commissioner for Finance, the Chief of Staff, the man you just mentioned, and the Accountant General to come to EFCC in Abuja. So what it was saying, these people are not here, I am already in Abuja, so let me go to EFCC. Secretary to Government, who was in Abuja on that day, simply left his hotel, went to the EFCC to tell them that please, this is in the country, they will be back in 3 days. You know what they did? As soon as he got the EFCC, got him in jail for 2 solid days before he knew that not be released. Sahara reporters announced that he has been arrested. How?
Because
it's a click.
It is what we call citizen media, citizen journalism. We meet before get out of jail.
The man who was arrested knew that he will not be released. Sahara reporter had published. So you see that there is something going on. Now, for goodness sake, what is the business of the secretary being arrested? He was only arresting some people to come to the EFCC. Now, if he has not there to tell them that these people are not, should he be arrested? Sahara report was first person to report that people were arrested. Now, that is number one. The next issue. The next issue.
No, you have told the full story. You have not told the full story. No. He said he will tell the full story. I just wanted you to know because it is what we do. Okay. He said he wants to tell the full story. He had to report that Yarada was going to be taken to Saudi Arabia before his plane left. Does it mean that I'm part of the clique that made him sick?
Sorry.
That's the job.
Can you let him finish, please?
Now, the second issue, or the first issue you raised, is about or the former government whom you purported stole so much money. We have seen the man who stole so much money. We have also seen him of recent almost being clamped to jail because he was owing a bank. Because he had so much money and yet he's owing back $60 million. I'm not here to defend him. The court of law at every point has said that he has no case. So except Sahara has a case against him, let them go and establish it. But so far, all the courts of law in the Federal Republic of Nigeria has said that Odili has no case. And between you and I, as we sit here, we know that he was almost clamped into jail because of these fair banks, and the banks wanted to return their money, which he borrowed. Now that is the man with Naira Sahara reporter, purportedly he has stolen. But that's not an issue. I'm not here to defend him. What I say is that he did 200 emails of electricity, and the last 100 we have started, and then the next one we just await that right now, and we are hoping that by June we should be able to get it. I'm sure that you will not have money yet.
My brother, very briefly, there's something I want to
Make it brief, yes.
It's important, sir, that you know that I still want to talk about the issue of Chief Wike. After the matter went to court, the Court of Appeal also said that he had no case to answer. EFCC appealed the matter. Yeah, I'm coming, sir. EFCC put in an appeal, and EFCC willingly also went and withdrew the appeal because they felt that they had no case. So it's important we inform ourselves very well. I have let us respect for Sahara reporters.
Thank you very much.
Because I'm one of those, I'm sure that David Governor also, one of those who believe that you are doing a good job, but we must check our facts very correctly, so we don't info in a way that is
please, before you, I just want to know, there is a new River State today under Right Honorable Ameji, and it is important that our friends, one we admire, those of us who are also young, like we have found ourselves in. Before now, I hardly read Nigerian papers. I go to your site and I read your stories. They are quite informative. In fact, I don't think that this is a forum for us to attack you. Rather, we should encourage you, and also this is important generation. What you are doing is important, not just for yourself, but also for our country. I want you to do it in a way that no matter how people go around it, they cannot in any way force sincerity and motive. We will stand by you well, and we will always continue to.
Finally.